That communication center we have at the Sheriff's Department they're doing all they can, and they're trying to grow and become a better center, but it's just we're limited in our size, our space. As an EMS director, I'm very concerned because there's times at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when there are several calls going on in the county, and there's just not enough dispatchers around to hear what's going on. And we absolutely do the best we can, and everybody's safe at this point. But as we continue to grow, that communication center is it's way too small. Memorial Day flood of 2015 really kind of showed the need for a new 911 center. First of all, our 911 center had to be shut down due to flooding, which was not great. And then we were split between Wimberley and San Marcos. We had our own little emergency operations center in Wimberley, and we had a separate emergency operations center in San Marcos. And there was really no good way to communicate between the two departments. Cell phone service was sketchy, and it was just, we weren't able to coordinate very well. I think it's very important that we move forward. Hays County's grown tremendously, and we're going to continue to have these big emergencies. And it's imperative that we be able to communicate well in the county. At this point, we're not there. I think that the biggest majority of the issues came after the flood had settled down, and Wimberley was essentially an island. There was no way in, no way out. So we had our own emergency operations center in Wimberley, unable to communicate very well with the emergency operations center in San Marcos, which left us in a very precarious situation. We were not able to get the assets into Wimberley that we needed. It was very difficult to coordinate even simple things as trash service, debris removal, food. I mean, it was difficult for us to communicate with the county, and the county is where all our assets come from. You don't know how dangerous that is until you have a Memorial Day flood, and you hear on the radio, we're having to shut down the dispatch center and move somewhere because of flooding. I mean, you don't know what that feels like as an EMS director, that, man, we're going to be without dispatch for a few minutes until we can figure this out. And it's pretty disheartening in the middle of an emergency. I think it is a little ineffective at this point to have dispatch centers splintered in different areas of the county where, there's a little bit of time delay when one dispatch center has to call another dispatch center and get the call dispatched out to the appropriate people. I think it's going to be tremendous for our county if we can pull all those together under one roof. First of all, it's going to help us out by saving money, so we just have one roof to take care of. Second of all, it's really going to put those people all in the same room together. It's going to be a lot easier for them to communicate and get the information across to the appropriate service that needs to be taken care of at that time. Technology has changed tremendously, and at the Hays County Sheriff's Department, they're really working hard to stay on top of that. We're working on a new software right now, a CAD system that's going to help us out, but they're just trying to patch it into a little small area, and we're not going to be able to get the full use out of it until we can expand and make it a big communication center where we can really use it to our advantage. This was a very cooperative spirit built into this thing, and we've met with all the PSAP centers, all the fire departments, all the EMSs in the county, Sheriff's Department. We've all had a voice in it, and it just seems to flow well, and I think it's done a lot to build us as an emergency services in our counties.